Hi, so I'm going to look at this video with you on how to divide in a given ratio. So we're just going to look at a couple of simple examples. I'll do some more complex ones in a later video, but in this particular instance we're just looking at dividing amounts of something up into given ratios and how that kind of works. So I'm going to go through the first example a bit slower and show you the method, and then we'll do the second example using the quicker method. So here we have Harry and Ron's grandmother, and she's given them £84, but she's asked them to share it in the ratio 5:2. And the question is, how much did each get? So just first of all put a question mark there. So there's a couple of ways that we could do this. Now we could think that maybe, just maybe, she's given them £84 in pound coins. So maybe the easiest way for Harry and Ron to work it out is for them to sit there with the pound coins, and every single time Harry takes 5 and Ron takes 2, and they just keep doing that until they run out of coins. So if we do that, then we can do it in this way. So Harry would get 5, Ron would get 2, and then we do it again. Harry gets 5, Ron gets 2. And we keep going until we've run out. Now you can sit and do this if you want at home. You could work out, maybe get 84 items and just divide it out like that and see how it works. Or we could try and be a little bit more clever about it and see how it works. Well, each time that happens, how much is being used? And the answer to that is £7. So every time we split it, and we go, right, 5 to you, 2 to you, we're giving out £7. So the next question I've got is, okay, without doing it, how many times is that going to happen before I've used up all the £84 that I've got? And the simple way of doing that is saying, well, how many times does 7 go into 84? And the answer to that is 12. It goes in 12 times. So we're going to do this 12 times. Okay, now if we do that 12 times, we can then think about the total. Let's say you can try this yourself at home. You can do this with counters or beads or something. But if we do this in this way, we're going to get that 12 times. Now if that happens 12 times, then we're going to have £5 12 times. So that's 12 lots of 5, which is just £60. And if we do that with the £2 coins, every time we do that, if we do that 12 times, 2 times 12 is 24. And if we check at the bottom, 60 plus 24 does indeed add up to 84, so we must have done it right, and that's always a good check as well. So that's how it works. That's what ratio means. Dividing in a ratio, that is how it works, okay? 5:2 means for every £5 that Harry gets, Ron gets 2, and that's how it works. Now, in reality, that's quite a long-winded way of doing something though, so we must have a better way of doing it, and this is what we do. These are called parts, okay? So the first thing we do is we say we have 5 plus 2 is 7 parts. So that gives us our total, and if you remember, that's what we worked out over here. We've got 7 parts altogether. And then what we do is we take our total, which is our £84, and we divide it by the 7. Okay, and that gives us £12. Now what that is that tells us what one part is actually worth. And then we say, okay, well, Harry has 5 parts and Ron has 2 parts. So then what we do is we say 5 times our £12 to 2 times by our £12. So if you remember from the previous video on equivalent ratios, if we multiply by the same number, we're keeping our ratio the same. So we're keeping our ratio 5:2, but we're multiplying both sides by the £12. 5 times 12 gives us 60, and 2 times 12 gives us 24. So just to recap, first of all we add the parts. So number one, we add the parts. Okay. Secondly, we divide the total by the number of parts. Okay. And thirdly, we multiply that result by each part of the ratio. Okay. So let's have a look at our next example and basically follow those 3 steps. So this time a farmer has a farm of 240 acres. Now he's left it to his 3 sons to be shared in the ratio of 5 to 4 to 3. How much does each son get? So step 1, we're going to add the parts. Okay. So that is 5 plus 4 plus 3. Okay. So if we do 5 plus 4 plus 3, we get 12 parts. Step 2 was divide the total by the number of parts. So the total is 240 acres, and we're going to divide that by 12. And 240 divided by 12 is just 20. Okay. And step 3, we multiply each part of the ratio by this number here. So we have 5 times 20, 4 times 20, and 3 times 20. Okay. 5 times 20 is 100, 4 times 20 is 80, and 3 times 20 is 60. So our answer is that the 3 sons will get 100 acres, 80 acres and 60 acres. And as I said before, a good check at the end is to make sure that these numbers, and the same here, add up to our original figure. So 100 plus 80 plus 40 does indeed add up to 240, and likewise 60 plus 24 does indeed add up to 84.